Chicago Fire. No, not the TV show, the football club. To say that the men in red had a shocking MLS season is an understatement. Missing out on the playoffs completely, even with the World Cup winning Bastian Schweinsteiger on their side. 11th in the Eastern Conference and 20th overall. Well, the Windy City is in for a bit of a shaker. Not only will they be rebuilt by Mr. Rebuild, but they will be leaving the MLS and be placed into the English second division. It is time for our first American rebuild of the year. We are rebuilding the Chicago Fire. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. As I said, welcome to our first rebuild in the American leagues for the year. Now, of course, there is no championship to win in America that is like the Champions League. So I'm going to be putting the Chicago Fire into the English second division, replacing them with Ipswich Town, who are currently bottom of the championship. And we'll be seeing what we can do and how far we can go with Chicago Fire. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, if you're happy for finally an American rebuild and you want to see more, make sure you leave a like on the video, and also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is our starting 11 for season 1. It's a weird looking side. Like, there's definitely a lot of positions that need improving, but there's positions where they don't for the foreseeable future. But we're going to start off with a 4-3-3 attacking formation. And for the first season, my main goals are to bring in a new left back, a new right winger, and potentially a new attacking midfielder. But let's get into the transfer window and see what business we can do. Our time in charge of the Chicago Fire begins with a left back signing. Luca Pellegrini has come across from AS Roma, signing for exactly £1 million. This is a left back for the future. And on the very same day, we source another young talent from a top Italian club. This time it is the Algerian Adam Unis for £7 million. He comes across from Napoli, a big pick up there for the right wing spot. I didn't realize just how much money we had in the bank. I forgot these MLS clubs actually have money. So I've gone ahead and just basically spent our whole transfer on a big signing, someone that I want to be here for the whole entire rebuild. It is David Neres, the Brazilian right winger who we're going to be playing at attacking midfield. He has signed from Ajax for £22.1 million. So this side is the sort of side where we're not going to be able to really sell anybody at the moment and get much money out of them. So we just went and got players and we added 3 big improvements to our side: Pellegrini, Unas, and Neres. Will it be enough? Like, I honestly don't know what to expect for this first season. I don't know whether we're going to be fighting for promotion, having a mid-table season, or in the relegation battle, but we'll get a better indication as we get halfway through season number 1. Well, it looks like it's going to be a challenge to not get relegated. We're in the relegation battle, 4 points ahead of Rotherham and then ahead of QPR and Bolton, but we're in 20th position, not a good spot to find ourselves at all. Swansea and Stoke trying to get automatic promotion. Middlesbrough, West Brom, Derby and Preston all in the mix, but we need to focus on not getting relegated. And honestly, I don't think we're going to be able to do any business this window. Our players aren't worth much on the transfer market, and I've only got a couple £100,000 to work with, so I've got to keep the faith, I guess. So yeah, no business done is what it is. Let's see if this squad is enough to keep us up in the championship. I'd actually be embarrassed if I had someone like David Neres playing in the 3rd division, and I probably would lose my job, which would suck, but let's see how we go. Okay, that's good. We survive. We finish exactly 4 points ahead of Rotherham United, just like we were. We were 4 points out of the relegation zone at the halfway mark, and we stay the course. So I'm happy that we didn't get relegated like Rotherham, QPR and Bolton, who got promoted. So Swansea and Middlesbrough automatically promoted. Stoke City unlucky to miss out. Watford did win the FA Cup over Liverpool. Watford won the Carabao Cup as well over Liverpool. Stoke City won the Championship playoff final 2-1 over Derby. Again, Derby just can't get promoted. I swear every season they're in the mix, but just choke it. Barcelona win the Champions League, and Arsenal, they win the Europa League over Liverpool. So that's the end of season 1. We didn't get relegated. We brought in some decent players. Let's keep adding to the squad in season 2. I think the lack of a quality goalkeeper really hurt us last season, so we've rectified that issue nice and early, bringing in Sam Johnson from West Brom, the English goalkeeper signs for £8.9 million. Another big pickup here, improving our defense. We bring a Premier League player down to the 2nd division. It is going to be Juan Foyth, signing for £8.7 million. So 2 big name defensive players improving us for sure. Is the hunt for promotion going to be on, or are we going to have another disappointing season? Let's find out how we're going on the 1st of January. Holy shit, we're doing so well that we're sitting top of Chicago. We're sitting top of the league. Oh my god, I can't believe this. We went from being in the relegation battle last season to now being top of the championship at the halfway point. Lads, surely that proves just how important goalkeepers are in simulations in FIFA. It was a theory last year, it's been a theory so far, but I think we're starting to gather more evidence, aren't we? I mean, we're doing so well that we've got contract offers coming at us from everywhere. And again, you guys know what the go is. No business done. It's okay. Are we going to get promoted? Let's find out, hopefully. Actually, I wouldn't even be mad if we didn't get promoted, because I feel like if we got to the Premier League, we would still get smashed. Get in there, lads. We have been promoted by the skin of our teeth. Equal first, but finishing in 2nd on goal differential behind Watford. It is us and Watford automatically going up, with Brighton, Leeds, Villa and Sheffield Wednesday fighting it out for the final spots. But from being 4 points off relegation to automatic promotion just because we signed a new goalkeeper and centre-back, that is pretty impressive. As we scroll down the table though, who got relegated? Relegated sides are Birmingham, Wigan and Blackburn. Pretty mental that 10-15 years ago all 3 of these sides were Premier League staples, I guess you could say. They were decent Premier League sides, and now they're relegated into the 3rd division. Chelsea did go ahead and win at the FA Cup. Manchester City won the Carabao Cup. Brighton, deservingly, are getting promoted along with ourselves and Watford. PSG win the Champions League final on penalties. And Inter Milan take down Liverpool to win the Europa League. So definitely a very contrasting season compared to last. We're going up to the Premier League with Chicago Fire. Let's see how we do. We're going to have a lot of work ahead of us if we want to survive. So we're going to bring in a starting striker to kick off life in the Premier League. It's a man with a little bit of Premier League experience, but definitely someone we can mould into a star. It is going to be Tammy Abraham. He signs from Chelsea for £18 million. And we're going to get somewhat in touch with our American roots, bringing in an American player. It is Weston McKennie. The young American midfielder joins us from Schalke for £12 million. Good things come in threes, and our best thing so far is not Jeremy Jellin, but we've brought him to the club regardless. The Frenchman joins us as our new starting centre-back for £11.6 million from Stade Rennais. So I feel like every transfer window, like the opening window we've done so far with Chicago Fire, has seen us bring in 3 players, and this has been our best window so far, I would say. Tammy Abraham, Weston McKennie, and Jeremy Jellin. Our side looked like one that could survive this season, but it's going to be a tough task. Let's see how the hunt for survival is going on at the midway point. Okay, so this is a good start so far. 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Definitely nowhere near comfortable, but we're not in the zone at the moment. Good run of form, we should be sweet, but I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. Man United, top of the league right now. not so worried on that. Just all about survival this season, and so far, that's going alright. So we are going to make our first pre-contract signing for this rebuild with the Chicago Fire. It is going to be for a new left midfielder next season. Yannick Carrasco will be coming back to the European footballing world. I mean, in a roundabout way, because we're an American club competing in Europe, but you guys know what I mean. We're going to sign him on a free contract. Hopefully, he's playing for us in the Premier League and we don't collapse and go back down to the Championship. So just the signing of Yannick Carrasco. Excited to have him in next season. But will we survive the relegation battle? I sure do hope so. Let's get into the end of Season 3. Cool. We have survived. That was a terrible Jake Peralta impression. Shout out Brooklyn 99. But we have survived the Premier League this season. We finish in 14th position. 7 points clear of Leicester, who are relegated. The Premier League champions back in the day are relegated, along with Swansea and Stoke City. Scrolling up the table, it is going to be Manchester United winning another Premier League title. Spurs, City and Liverpool round out the top 4. Chelsea win yet another FA Cup, and Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. Manchester City, they go on and win the Champions League, and Villarreal take down Galatasaray. That's an odd looking Europa League final, but that's the final that happened. So that's a good start to life in the Premier League. We survived, but now the big thing is making sure that we can back it up in the 4th season, our second in the Premier League, and making sure that we don't get second year syndrome. Season 4 sees us begin our season with a trip to Russia. We're picking up Roman Zobnin from Spartak Moscow. £30 million on the dot for the 27-year-old centre defensive midfielder. He's going to make a big impact to our squad. Welcome to the Chicago Fire, Roman Zobnin. And just because I think it's good viewing, here is Yannick Carrasco in Chicago Fire Red. So we have sold the first player. This is the first player we've sold in this entire rebuild, and it's taken 4 seasons, but Alexander Katai is off to Besiktas for £3.8 million. And another player departure here, as we have sold Diego Campos to BSC Young Boys for £890,000. We're really changing things up here. We get our 3rd player departure. It is Johan Kappelhoff, and he is off to Standard Liège for £1.55 million. A new right back joins us here at Chicago Fire. It is going to be Ola Aina, the Nigerian right back, signs from Barcelona. A £5.8 million release clause, which we have activated. So, welcome to Chicago Fire. 2 players in, 3 players out. A successful window. Zobnin and Aina in. Katai, whatever. Campos and Kappelhoff out of the club. We've got a lot of our attacks looking real nice. I feel like we need to upgrade the defense, but this rebuild's coming along quicker than I expected. How's Season 4 gonna do? Let's find out. Holy shit, I thought we were gonna do well this season, but at the halfway point, we're leading the Premier League. What the fuck? Again, apologies my French, but I am surprised. What is going on? We're only 3 points clear. Like, I'm not gonna get too far ahead of myself. If we could get top 4 this season, I would be blown out of the water. But I mean, we finished 4 points out of the relegation zone last season, or whatever it was, 4 spots out of the relegation zone. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this so far. Back to the norm. Last season we made a few transfers in January. Well, just Carrasco. But this season, nothing to be done. Are we going to hang on to our top spot in the Premier League, or will we end up somewhere else at the end of the season? Let's go and explore that. So the Premier League title dream isn't going to come to fruition, but a mid-table finish in our second Premier League season definitely is respectable. We finish in 10th on 57 points. Man City end up winning the league, so we fell off by about 20 points there. And Huddersfield, Derby and Bournemouth all getting relegated. Fulham survive by 1 goal. Liverpool take down Manchester United to win the FA Cup. Manchester United take down Everton to win the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid defeat Juventus and win the Champions League. And Chelsea take down Schalke to win the Europa League. I'm really enjoying this rebuild. It's just been steady progress from the get. And I'm hoping next season means more progress. We're hopefully going to start getting in the conversation of Champions League football. Maybe not next season, maybe the one after, but we'll see how we go. We have gone and upgraded the goalkeeper position once again, bringing in the Spanish goalkeeper Pau Lopez. We have brought him in from Real Betis for only £35.7 million, so that's another step in the right direction. So just the one signing of Pau Lopez for this window. Not as many signings as I would have liked to make, but the budget wasn't as good as the past few seasons, and Lopez is a big signing. I mean, he becomes our equal highest rated player in the club. So I'm excited to see what we can do with him in between the sticks. I'll check in with you guys at the midway point of this 5th season. So we are going to make another pre-contract here, a pre-contract signing. I don't want to make too many of them, but this one is hard to turn down. It is going to be Malcolm from Barcelona, only 25 years of age, and now 89 rated. He next season is going to be making the move across to the Chicago Fire. Welcome in season 6 to Malcolm. Bringing Malcolm in next season is going to take us to the next level. Like, that's going to be insane to have an 89, probably 90 rated player by then. This side is an odd one though. Like, certain areas, it's very patchy. Certain areas are like good to go for the rest of the rebuild, and then other areas need serious consideration. Definitely left back, right back, potentially centre back, maybe even striker down the line. Depends how Tammy Abraham develops. But we will get into the end of this 5th season and see if Malcolm will be playing Champions League football with us next season. I can't remember if I showed you guys the table. Did I show you guys the Premier League table? I don't think I did. I'll have to have a look back at the editing. But if you're watching this, I didn't. I forgot completely. But this is just after the end of the window. We currently sit top of the table, 4 points clear, so definitely got Champions League on our mind. We have missed out on the Premier League title by 1 goddamn point. We convert one of those 11 draws into a win, and the title is ours, but that's alright because we are going to be playing Champions League football in season number 6. We finish in 2nd position. Surely next season we bring in some more big players. We have Malcolm coming in. Surely we have to be one of the favourites for the title. But Liverpool win the league. Chicago Fire 2nd. Champions League football next season. But Stoke City, Swansea City and Watford back down to the Championship. Southampton did win the FA Cup over Man United on penalties. Liverpool, they win the Carabao Cup along with the Premier League title 3-0 over Burnley. Liverpool also win the Champions League. What a season for the Reds. And Manchester United win an all-English Europa League final. So I'm very happy with how this season has gone, and I'm slightly optimistic for next season. I mean, we get Malcolm in, we get maybe another 2 quality players in, we could really be going deep in the Champions League, but we'll find out the answer to that in a short period of time. For me, our main goal for the start of the season needs to be defensive upgrades. We're starting at the right back spot. Achraf Hakimi signing from Lyon for £37.3 million. That is a huge signing, welcoming the Moroccan to Chicago Fire. And again, we splashed the cash on a defensive signing, and this one is massive. 89 rated Alessio Romagnoli with the new player face, the new profile picture he has. We have brought him in from Barcelona for £62.3 million. So Hakimi and Romagnoli outline what has been a very defensive-minded window. We spent big money on big-name players. It's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see who we have in our group, and number 1, if we get out of the group, which I think we should be, and number 2, how deep we can go. Anyways, let's go check out our group. Okay, so we've actually been awarded a pretty manageable group, I would say. Obviously, AC Milan are going to be our biggest test. Club Brugge and Lokomotiv Moscow, though, whilst they could cause upsets, I'm not overly worried. I'm not overly cautious around them, so I'm expecting us to get through, but you know, it's FIFA. Crazier things can happen. Let's see how we go. Oh wow, well there you go. We actually topped the group. We killed it. 4 wins, 2 draws, not a single loss. We're through to the round of 16 at the first time of asking with absolute ease. So now let's have a look who we're going to be versing in the round of 16. It is going to be Olympic Lyon. Olympic Lyon in the round of 16. We did buy Hakimi from them, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. And in the Premier League, we are sitting top of the league at the halfway mark, 8 points clear. I mean, I said we wanted to go for the title this season, and hopefully this start means we're going to get it. But again, the main goal is Champions League qualification. We really did not have the financial abilities to improve our backline even more, but I did identify we had enough money to go ahead and sign ourselves a backup striker to Tammy Abraham. So we have brought in someone I don't think I've ever signed in rebuild history or even heard about before. I found him, Sam Lammers, the Dutch striker. He's going to sign for £12.5 million from River Plate in Argentina. So just the signing of Lammers into the club, £12.5 million. Will this side be enough to take us deep in the Champions League, or will we have to rely on at least the 7th season? Let's find out. Let's take on Lyon. Alright, the away leg now to start things off. Let's see how we go against Lyon. Taking them on away in France. Still no Hakimi, who is out through injury. But let's see if the lads can pick up some goals, some away goals. I'm just trying to analyze. Oh, they get a goal through Danny Ceballos. Get out of it. They've actually got a really good side here, Olympic Lyon. Catrone, Fekir, Hudson-Odoi. They've got a very good side. Yankto, Harry Maguire, I'm assuming. Belotti off the bench, and Harry Maguire makes it 2-0. They make it 3-0. What? Carrasco gets us an away goal, but we are 3-1 down, headed into the second leg. What in the world is that performance? Alright, we're back to full strength for the home leg against Lyon. We need to get our shit together though. 3-1 down, we have an away goal. We get a goal back in the second minute, Neres. So it's 3-2. If we get another goal and it's 2-0, we'll go through an away goals rule. But if Lyon score, then we're in a big issue. We're in a big hole, really. Come on, into the second half now. They bring on Pedro Henrique for Harry Maguire. Half an hour to go. We need another goal here. We need a second goal. Ceballos, yellow card. We're running out of time. No, Fekir. Oh, Neres gets us a second goal, but it's not going to be enough. Lyon go through. What does that prove to be? 4-3. So close, but it's an elimination in the round of 16. Get in there, lads. Champions of England. We finish a point ahead of Chelsea. A pretty low scoring in terms of like overall points for the entire Premier League. We finish on 76 points. That's a very close top 5 as well. 2 games separated us and Liverpool, but we finished top of the Premier League. And most importantly, we get another shot in Season 7 at the Champions League. As we scroll down the table now, Arsenal well off the pace, but it's Huddersfield, West Brom, and Bournemouth all relegated. Manchester United took down Spurs and won the FA Cup. I'm interested when we're actually going to go well in one of these tournaments. Everton won the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid won a Madrid derby in the Champions League final. And Napoli took down West Ham. What the hell, West Ham? In the Europa League final. So that is the end of this season. We'll be hoping for a better performance in Europe next season, but let's continue adding to the Chicago side. We are going to kick off this season with a massive striker signing. Felipe Zivu is coming in to the club from Borussia Dortmund for £70 million. What a huge pickup that is. Welcome the Brazilian striker to the club. One of the most overpowered players in FIFA 19 is coming to Chicago Fire. It is the Colombian Davinson Sanchez, originally at Tottenham in this save. He went to Man City and now he has come to Chicago Fire. 89 rated. We have spent £77.9 million on him, and that is going to be huge for our ambitions this season. We have sold our backup centre-back, Jeremy Jellin, to Wolverhampton. We have Foyth now, that's going to be our main backup centre-back, so £32.3 million for the Frenchman is pretty hard to turn down. And we have sold our third-string goalkeeper, Richard Sanchez, to Brentford for £1.1 million. We have absolutely stretched our budget here and brought in Kieran Tierney from where'd he come from? He was from Celtic, but he's from Napoli in the save. 86 rated, £31.3 million, a solid pickup. And our starting 11 now, I think, is Champions League contention ready. So it was a very active and a very busy window. Vizu, Sanchez and Tierney in, and then Jelin and another Sanchez out of the club. But I mean, this side, look at that. This is a quality side, still with a lot of our players having room to grow. I mean, this could be the season, lads. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, but this could be the season. Let's go and check out our Champions League group stage draw. So we have been placed into Group E of the Champions League, along with Olympic Lyon, who we versed in the round of 16 and got eliminated to in the round of 16 last season, along with Spartak Moscow and the Turkish club Başakşehir. I mean, like, I have no idea how to pronounce their name, so apologies to any Turkish fans out there. But I'm interested to see how we go. Of course, Lyon took us out last season, so they're going to be our biggest challenge by far. But let's see if we can make it back to the round of 16 in 3, 2, 1. Okay, get in there. We finished top of the group once again. 5 wins, 1 draw, not a single loss. And we are through to the round of 16 once again, hoping to go better than we did last season in the round of 16. Lyon also back there. But we are going to be versing Inter Milan in the round of 16. They tend to genuinely have a pretty damn good side this deep into a career mode save. So I'm pretty interested to see how we go against them. And on the 1st of January, we find ourselves in 2nd position. Definitely want to be making the push for top 4 football. Once again, would love to go back to back, but not everything can always go your way, and Man City have a pretty good start to the season so far, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully stay top 4. And I mean, after our busy opening window, we didn't have the finances to bring in anybody useful for the squad in this window, so we're going to have to rest on the side that we have. Carrasco going down another overall, which I'm not thrilled upon. If we don't win the Champions League this season, I think I'm going to make some big moves in our midfield next season. But let's focus on getting past Inter and seeing how far we can go in season number 7. Alright, let's do it, lads. The away leg, travelling to Milan, travelling to the San Siro, taking on Inter Milan. Let's see if we can get past this stage. We've got a good side though. Icardi's still kicking around. Skriniar would be a beast. He's so good on career mode. Karamo, we get an away goal. I didn't even notice. So we get another away goal. Yes! Malcolm Neres, the 2 Brazilians, stepping up big time. 2-0 up. 2 away goals. Would love a third. That would put us in an awesome position. Come on, lads. Romagnoli yellow carded. Damn it, that's not what we needed. But Tammy Abraham gets us a 3rd away goal. But Karamo getting them a goal. 3-1 heading into the 2nd leg is fantastic though. Alright, the home leg now. We are 3-1 up. A goal for us would be fantastic. We need to make sure we keep a clean sheet though, because if Inter get a goal, then it's a little bit of a way back in for them. But realistically hoping, touch wood, that we don't give them a chance. Neres makes it 4-1 in our favour. Inter Milan need to score 3 goals here in this second half. Malcolm gets us another goal. Surely we're going through with half an hour to go. Now we need to focus on no suspensions, no injuries, as Malcolm gets us a 3rd. We are 6-1 up here against Inter Milan. McKennie getting a yellow card. Hopefully that is not a suspension, but we have absolutely dominated here. 6-1 through to the quarterfinals against Inter. Well, it's an all-English. Well, I mean technically an all-English, but an English and American. You guys know what I mean. It's Manchester United versus Chicago Fire in the Champions League quarterfinals. A real test to see what we're made of. United always have a sick squad in these rebuilds, but let's see how we go. So again, away for the first leg, which is exactly what we're after. Travelling to Old Trafford here. Let's have a similar performance to what we had against Inter. De Gea still around. They've got Kovacic, they've got Dembele, they've got David the Canadian, Isco, Diallo, Diop. This is not fair. Pogba still on the bench. Bernadeschi on the bench. Still 0-0. But Man United have a very good side. We have a good side as well, to be fair. Who's going to get the breakthrough? A yellow card for McKennie. That means he's probably going to be after the 2nd leg. Dembele making it 1-0. Unas getting us an away goal, which could prove to be very, very crucial. It's 1-1 headed into the 2nd leg. And if we keep a clean sheet, we will be going through to the semis, but easier said than done. Alright, the home leg, fellas. We've still got a full strength starting 11. McKennie not suspended, which is surprising to me, but are we going to get through to the semi-finals? Let's keep a clean bloody sheet. A goal for us would be so valuable, but nothing happening so far, which I'm a big fan of. 0-0 will do me just fine. We're halfway there, not a single thing happening. Come on, some substitutions starting to happen. Milik for them. David, come on, 20 minutes to hold on, 15 minutes. Please, please, please. Pogba yellow carded. Come on, come on. Yes, we get through an away goals rule. How good is that? 0-0, so boring, but in these situations, I'll take it. Champions League semi-final bound, Chicago Fire. So we will be facing Real Madrid in the semi-finals, hoping to get through to the final to take on either PSG or Chelsea. But I mean, we got past Inter, we got past United, Real Madrid again, another step up. If we get past them, I'll be honestly so full of confidence getting into the final if we manage to get there. So, I don't know, man. Real Madrid, they're freakishly good in FIFA. They're freakishly good in real life. Can we take them down? Let's go find out. Alright, a bit of a change in things though, because we have the home leg first, which I am not a big fan of at all. We've had the away leg. Oh no, we missed a penalty in the first minute. Vizu, come on, man. We've got to be scoring those. We missed a penalty in the first minute. We need to keep a clean sheet in this game, though, because Real Madrid, I mean, both times against Inter and Man United, we've had the away leg first. They've got away goals on the board, and it's helped us in the long run. Zobnin gets injured, which isn't good. This is not going to plan, but it's still 0-0 as we get into the final 10 minutes. And it's going to stay that way. We keep a clean sheet. Vizu's missed penalty might come back to haunt us, though. Hopefully Zobnin's not injured for a long time. A lot of question marks after this game. Alright, now it is time for the away leg. Come on. Davinson Sanchez out through suspension. Zobnin is injured. We've changed the formation up here a little bit. We need an away goal. No, Junior gets them in the lead. 1-0. Oh yes, we get an away goal through Abraham. Yes. Oh, Silva puts them back in front. Come on, get us another away goal, please. No, Silva makes it 3-1. God damn you, Silva. God damn, we need 2 goals in the last 20 minutes here. Neres getting a yellow card. Asensio makes it 4-1. We just are getting eliminated, aren't we? Real Madrid just a step too good for us. And it's heartbreaking the semi-finals here of season number 7 as we lose to Real Madrid. So we were unable to back up as Premier League champions, but we have made ourselves another spot in the Champions League for next season, finishing 3rd. It was really a battle between the 2 Manchester clubs, finishing almost 20 points ahead of us, but they battle on goal differential with City winning that battle. Ourselves and Chelsea make it through to the Champions League. A pretty good season from Burnley, and it's going to be Newcastle, Leeds and Swansea all getting relegated. We did make it to the Community Shield this season, but we lost 2-0 to Manchester United. We did win the FA Cup, however, finally getting our hands on a piece of silverware like that. We take down Arsenal to win that. And Liverpool did win the Carabao Cup. So it was the side we lost to quite comfortably, Real Madrid, going ahead and winning the Champions League 2-1 over PSG. And Barcelona went on to win the Europa League 2-1 over Roma. So close, but yet so far after this season. Oh, Romagnoli's out for 4 months. Bloody hell, that's not going to be a good start to next season. But let's get into next season, season number 8, and hopefully win the rebuild in that season. So Yannick Carrasco was starting to decline quite rapidly, so we've really gotten ahead of that, and we have brought in Justin Kluivert from Liverpool, £50 million. That's a pretty good price for an 86 rated left winger, so we're taking this squad up another level. Welcome to the Chicago Fire, Justin Kluivert. And if we thought Kluivert was a great pickup, this might just eclipse it, because we have brought in Arthur from Barcelona, 90 rated. He had a release clause of £64.1 million, where he's valued like all the way up to 90 to 100 million pounds. So my God, if we made it to the semis last year with that squad, I can't imagine what we're in in store for this season. A player departure now. We have sold our third string striker, Sam Lammers, off to Bayer Leverkusen. We have sold the Dutchman there for £18.2 million. And we have sold our second string goalkeeper, but judging by how I just said that, I think you guys know why I'm trying to get some money together. We have sold Sam Johnson to Villarreal for £8.4 million. Get in there. Hopefully the final piece to the puzzle. We have signed Kepa Arrizabalaga for £78.3 million, 91 rated. Surely we aren't conceding with him, Davinson Sanchez, and whoever the hell Romagnoli, that's our other centre back. We ain't conceding goals with them in our back line. So a massive window here. Kluivert, Arthur, and Kepa. That is huge. Lammers and Johnston out, but holy shit, we've spent a lot of money. And I mean, look at that side. Honestly, I wanted to keep McKennie in the side because he's American, and I wanted to have at least one American player in this American team, but this side is probably up there with the best sides I've ever built in rebuild history. So I'm thinking it's going to be enough, but stranger things have happened. Let's go and suss out our Champions League group stage. We're running into some familiar faces in this Champions League group stage. We've been drawn into Group G along with AC Milan, Club Brugge, and Spartak Moscow. We've gotten to the round of 16 for 2 successive years. Last year, the semi-final. Can we get back there and go beyond? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we handle our business and only just get out of the Champions League group. Of course, it's ourselves and AC Milan, as you would have expected, but Club Brugge and even Spartak Moscow, to a little bit of an extent, put up a fight. But who are we going to be versing in the round of 16? Come on, Bayern Munich in the round of 16. Jesus, I mean, I think we're better than Bayern now. I think we're the best team in the world at the moment. I'm pretty confident this season, but yeah, Bayern Munich's a tough place to start. And things are definitely not going to plan in the Premier League. Halfway through the season, we're sitting in 8th position. Granted, we're only 5 points out of the top 4. But we definitely I wanted to be pushing for the title again this season. We've been in that mix again for the past few years, but 8th place is a very disappointing start. So yeah, no surprise that we haven't gone out and made any business in this January window. Our side is pretty damn good, which is it surprises me how poorly we're doing in the Premier League given how good our side is, but hopefully the side is good enough to get us to the Champions League final and beyond. But Bayern Munich, a big test. Let's go see how we go against them. Alright, here we go, lads. The first leg, the away leg, traveling to Munich here, traveling to the Allianz Arena, take on Bayern Munich. I would love to get some away goals on the board. Bayern have a pretty good side. Vallejo, Tar, Mendy, but we get an away goal through Vizu. Oh, but Sanchez gets stuffed. Renato Sanchez equalising in the 29th minute there. We still have an advantage on away goals rule, but it would have been nice to go in with a big advantage. No, they go 2-1 in front, but Vizu gets us a second goal, but Romagnoli gets red carded. It's all happening here. We get 2 away goals on the board, but Romagnoli is going to miss the second leg. After the first leg, it is going to be 2-2. Alright, the home leg now. Bayern Munich coming across, of course, no Romagnoli, which is a big loss for this second leg, but Juan Foyth is a decent replacement here. Come on. If we keep a clean sheet, we go through, but I mean, that's easier said than done given the players Bayern Munich have on their roster. Come on, lads. Half an hour in, only thing that's happening is the yellow card to Sanchez. Now Arthur gets one for us. Halfway through the game, Vallejo picking up a yellow card. Come on, half an hour to go. Let's hold on, lads. Let's hold on, please, into the last 15 minutes. Malcolm gets us a goal. We're going to be going through to the Champions League quarterfinals. Get in there, lads. We were royally screwed over having to verse Bayern Munich in the round of 16, but now it's Juve in the quarterfinals. Just give us a break, FIFA gods. Give me someone easy. But I mean, looking at the rest of the final 8, there's not really any easy sides in there now. So Juventus, I'm sure Cristiano Ronaldo has definitely retired considering we're 8 seasons deep, but Dybala, he'll probably be firing. Alright, so we're into the away leg now. Davinson Sanchez, unfortunately, out for this first leg through injury, but he will be back for the second leg. Let's hope we don't concede too many without him, though. They've got a very English side here. Harry Maguire, Ben Chilwell, Marcus Rashford. We get an away goal. Oh, bloody hell, we get an away goal through Malcolm, but Rashford equalises only 3 minutes later. But we do have an away goal, which is quite crucial. I would love another away goal. Neres does do that. The Brazilian puts us 2-1 up here. Come on, a third goal for us in the final minutes would be great. It's not going to happen. We head into the second leg, though, with a 2-1 advantage, 2 away goals. That is huge. All right, the home leg now. We are 1 big performance away from getting back to the stage we did last season. We have 2 away goals. If we concede an early goal, then I'll be quite worried. That is exactly what we want. We miss a penalty, but we do take the lead through Malcolm, so we are 3-1 up at the moment. Juve need 2 goals. They get a goal back. Ah, shit, through Rashford. Nah, let's get another goal, please. If Juve get another goal, then we will be going to extra time. Last 20 minutes, please. It's all happening here. No, Dybala equalizes. You've got to be kidding me. We're off to extra time. Carrasco puts us back in front in extra time. Come on. 10 minutes to go here. Please, please. Yes, get in there. We win in extra time and go through to the Champions League semi-finals. Thank you, Yannick. So here we are, the semi-finals, and look who we are facing. The side that absolutely humiliated us 5-1 on aggregate in last season's semi-finals. Real bloody Madrid. We faced them in the semi-finals again this year, looking for revenge. 4 teams left, 3 of them Spanish, so yeah, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Chicago Fire is the final 4. Can we finally overcome Real Madrid and get to the final? We're going to find out. And it is the exact same bad luck from last season. I mean, I love having the away leg first. We had that against Bayern Munich. We had that against Juve, like we had against Inter and Man United last season. But this time, it's the home leg first, and Rafael Varane puts Real Madrid in front. That's not good. An away goal. Their side looks like it's got slightly weaker since last season. Come on. Can we get an equaliser here? We do! Speak of the devil, it's Malcolm stepping up. Also, Arthur is out through this leg through suspension, but he'll be back in the next one. Sanchez getting a yellow card. Final few moments here. It's going to remain 1-1. Real Madrid with the away goal advantage, but still a little bit for us to work with heading into the away leg. Right now, it is do or die. The away leg as we travel to the Santiago Bernabeu. This is where we got absolutely humbled last season. Can we get back? We need to score a goal here. We need to. We get a goal, but they put 2 goals in 13 minutes. In the 13th minute. But Real Madrid's away goal advantage is down the drain. We have the game all tied up here. If it stays this way, we will be going to extra time. But if we can get a goal, then Real Madrid will need to score 2 goals. They score a goal though. Ah, shit. We need to equalize. As we get into the last 5 minutes, we do! We equalise in the 87th minute. Unas, the Algerian, our second ever signing back in season number 1, equalises for us and puts us in the Champions League final on away goals rule. Get in there. We took down one Madrid side. Now it is time to take down another to hopefully complete this Chicago Fire rebuild. We are facing Atletico Madrid in the 2026 Champions League final. Who have they taken down? So Barcelona, who else? Dortmund quite easily, and Olympic Lyon. So some formidable opponents, but I would say not as formidable as the ones we've had to get through. Of course, before we have a look, or before we get into the final, we have to have a look at how the other tournaments panned out. Arsenal did win the Europa League over AS Monaco. We actually put on a friggin' clinic in the second half of the season and finished in second position. Wow. So we went from 8th all the way to second, only 1 point behind Man City. I mean, what a terrible second half. What a terrible season it looks like it was, because if you win the Premier League with 72 points, that's kind of pretty damn low, isn't it? But that means if we lose tonight to Madrid, we get another chance in Season 9. Huddersfield, Burnley and Bournemouth all relegated though. We did win the FA Community Shield at the start of the season over Man City. We also won the FA Cup over Man City 3-2. Liverpool did win the Carabao Cup over West Ham, so we've had a pretty good season, I would say, though. So it is now time for us to have a look at the squad report. Honestly, I said it at the start of this season, but This is one of the best teams I think I've ever built in rebuild history. One of the most enjoyable rebuilds I've had in a long time. I'm not going to lie, like, making some of these rebuilds can get quite redundant and quite frustrating after a while, but this rebuild was so much fun to make so far. And I mean, it would just be the cherry on top if we could win the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid in this 8th season. Let's not speculate over it anymore. Let's just get into the Champions League final now and see what we can do. Can the men in red finally get the job done here? Let's find out. Oh, what a terrible kick, or what a terrible pass out from the back that is. Let's punish them. Come on, Kluivert. I see that run. Beautiful run there from Zivu. I see the run back though to Neres. Terrible pass. It's still on Neres. Oh, he just misses. What a goal that would have been from the Brazilian. Zivu going to Neres. Feeding it down the line to Malcolm. Come on. It's been all one-way traffic. Oh, we win the ball back there. We got lucky to win that ball back. Arthur feeding it through. What a run, but what the fuck? How are we not finishing that one? Oh, put it on a plate there for him. We get a corner here in the 22nd minute. So far, we are absolutely dominating Atletico Madrid. We put that one into the area. We went for a bicycle kick there. It falls for Arthur. Timed finish. Oh my God, we're going for some screamers. Can't give him space to shoot. He goes to Lucas Hernandez, who wins the ball back here. They take the shot! Up, almost put Atletico Madrid in front. Come on, we don't want to let Atletico Madrid in this game. We've been dominating them, but now, there it is. That's a beautiful ball to Neres. He's got the pace, but he doesn't have the angle. He goes back to Vizu. Off the post, the follow-up from Malcolm, I believe it is. And we take the lead in the Champions League final. That one was all just luck. It was a beautiful finish there from Vizu. I tried to go for the timed finesse. He went for the outside of the boot regardless. Lovely pass there from Neres. But then Malcolm, I don't know what the Atletico Madrid defender was doing, but we take the lead here against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. Come on. Oh, beautiful ball. Please be onside, Malcolm. He's got the pace over Hernandez on the angle. There it is. Malcolm's got himself a brace. We're 2-0 up in the Champions League final, a deserved lead, and that all came from some terrible touches from Gelson Martins of Atletico Madrid. Beautiful through ball, cutting the defense. Malcolm is just too good. Look at that ball. With the pace he has, that is game, set, and match from there. Lovely finish on the angle, and we take a 2-0 cushion against Atletico Madrid. Nicely done there from Tierney. Now can we hit them on the counter? Heavy touch off the chest of Zivu, but it works out well. McKennie through to Neres. Here we go, McKennie. Let's try using the pace again. We use it on the angle. Oh, the save from Oblak, and he gets the lucky with the rebound. Zivu, Neres to finish it. Kluivert. Yes, there it is. Oblak, it goes through his hands. Kluivert's going to secure the result. We're going to be champions of Europe with the Chicago Fire. Surely, there's the 3-0 advantage. What a performance it has been. Yes. There it is, lads. I didn't even realize we're in the 90th minute. But we have won the Champions League final. Absolute domination over Atletico Madrid. Like I said, I would have to say this is one of the best teams we have ever made in rebuild history. Lads, if you enjoyed the Chicago Fire rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.